Hi, it's Groundhog Peggy. Another episode of the wonderful Groundhog Music School. Anyway, I was going to play some music today for fun, just for myself, and I couldn't think of anything to play. So when my mind goes blank, I start thinking of other things. And I started thinking of all the things I've kind of discovered over almost 6 decades, very close to 6 decades of playing the guitar. And I won't say I play the guitar anywhere near as well as somebody who's been playing for 60 years, but I will say that I've just made a lot of discoveries just messing around with it. Just amazing discoveries. And there's so many, I don't know if I could ever think of them all. Something I have to make me think of them to sit and talk about them, but here's one that I've always marveled over, and I've done this a whole lot playing guitar just for myself as an amateur, and that is to make use of this chord shape here. And you think of it, since most people think of chord shapes as something that you do in the first position, and by the way, I think they're all the same chord chopped up and used in different places, but that's another topic for another day. But this one here, B7, it's if you go down on the first fret, go down 3 strings, hold that one. Second fret, your second finger, go down 2 strings, hold that one. Second fret, go down 1, 2, 3, 4 strings with your ring finger, and then the pinky goes on the top string. That's a B7 chord for where it is right now. It's a very useful shape, and if you're in E, you got your 1, and then your 4, and your 1, and there's your B7, your 5 chord. But it's more valuable than just that. It's good there, but if you move it up 1, have a C7, and that's a funky, weird sounding C7, but I've used it. I can't think of any examples right now where I've used it, but I've used it in different places where it's cool. And you can also hold all those down if you want to with your ring finger. Hold all 3 of those last strings down, or you can take your pinky and move up 1, and then you would have different names for all these chords. This is a C something or other, where you figure out which interval from the bottom C that you're at with that note and that note too, and then you can name them, but it's some kind of a C that's built off of this B7 chord shape. There's C7. You can even do that. There's times when I've even used it like that, and you can hold down if you can do that. I'm not real good at doing that. Hold down 2 strings. You can do that on the B7 too. I have trouble doing that. So if you move it up from the C7, you have a D flat. And that might be the best way to play a D flat. It would be a D flat. Then you move it up one more time, you got a D. And that's a weird kind of like a D7. You can also make a D7 if you slide up a C7. And then you can do that same thing of put your pinky up 1, or okay, so you move it up from a D, you're going to have E flat, then you finally come to an E, and you've got your open string. This is how I play Deep River Blues. I use this one. Just go down 1. So you just I used my pinky and then the B7. Also, another thing though, well, let's just go on up. After you get your E, you'd be on F, F sharp, and those aren't that useful to me. But then you have a G, I think. Yeah. So you have a G up here. That's a different kind of a G. And here's a cool thing. If you take this B7 shape and if you bring it all up one, just move it up a string, you've got the 5. You can utilize that pinky and okay, so here's your 4, here's your 1. Now move down and then up a string. Got your 4. And then your 5. So here's 1, 4, 1, 5. Whoops. What am I doing wrong? There we go. And then, okay. Anyway, I have to do things wrong. If I do it on camera, it's got to be that way. Then there's a G sharp, of course, and then that sounds. Oh, that's not bad. I've never used that. I don't think I've ever needed a G sharp, but if I did, I'd have it there. But here's an A, and I use this a lot. Sometimes I do it like that, and then I let my pinky rest on that E, so I get a harmonic. If I'm ending something in A, or there's a lot of uses that you can do with that. But when you do slide these things up, you can you can do that. Like here's a G right here. That's a G. You can always try different things with the pinky, but that's a G, and then here's an A. Okay, so you've got those options that you can bring it up, and then you can find your 4 and your 5, up there. So, and I used to, when I played Roll On Buddy, I liked this A to start it with. Roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal. How can I prove when the wheels on? I used to play it like that, and I kind of don't remember because I haven't played it for a long time. But well, I guess that's all I know about that B7 chord. But that's enough, I think. It's just a cool. It's not all B7. Well, kind of like when you got your here's your I guess it's an F of some kind. I think I discovered this chord when we were doing. My daughter did an opera, and I did the music, which was really, really hard to do. And I think I discovered whatever kind of chord that is, and I knew back then, but I don't know now. They used that in the opera, and it took me forever to figure it out. But you can do that with this. And then I don't remember. I guess it was that. Wasn't like that, but something like that. But if you want to see the opera that my daughter did, and how I did the music really, and just kind of helped her with other stuff. It was very amateur, just a handful of people doing it. Her YouTube is Lady Romana D, and look for Dido and Aeneas on her YouTube, and you can watch that hour-long opera, which took us 2 years to do. So anyway, that's Groundhog Music School for today. Just the B7 shape, and whether you do it up here, down here, wherever you go, you can use that, and it gives you some different sounds. That, you know, sometimes I want something different, or if I'm I can't think of any examples right now because I'm never ready for this. But if I was playing something in A, I might want something up here. Something up here with it, or you know, like I said, there have been times where a C7, I want it like, you know, I think I used to put this one in Windy and Warm, but it's a little dangerous because, well, I have to get to it real fast, and I can't always get that very clear, you know. There's a place in Windy and Warm where you put I think I quit doing it because I couldn't always get to it quick enough. But I used that, and then I finally that's easier, and I choose the easy way a lot of times. But you know, if you're playing it slow enough and your hands aren't sweaty or something, then while you're up here, you can think, can I get that cool B7 shape C? If I can, then I'll go for it. But if I can't, then I just go to the other one. Depends. I'm just rambling on now. So that's the end of Groundhog Music School for today. It's the wonders of the B7 shape and all the kind of stuff that you can discover if you just go up and down the neck and find cool things it does. That's it. Bye-bye. See if I can turn it off.